The great competition that is Super Club 2019 moved into day number 2, and Jody Brown and myself are lucky enough to be here to be covering it. First up, game 1, we had Steel versus Mystics. I was really looking forward to this one. A tight battle, 45-41 in the end in favour of the Steel, Jodes.
Yeah, and Steel just took that over just after half-time, and they had to deal with Grace Wiki, obviously, but there was a defensive effort that I was pleased with the Steel, especially that unit work.
Kate Heffernan was outstanding for them. She was the MVP in this one, once again showing just her class at such a young age.
Yeah, well, she's learnt. She was in wing defence position last year. Today we saw her predominantly at centre, but it was her reach, her long arm span, her disruptive play on attack, but also, on defence, but also on attack. She fed some beautiful ball, some from right in the centre circle, right down to Jen O'Connell. So really awesome performance from her today. Picked up a lot of ball for her team.
Once again, we see from the Steel that other teams sometimes have those moments of not sort of dropping off. The Steel just seem to chip along at that great pace. Then we move into match number 2 here on day number 2, and the Stars took on Magic, and the Stars went down 39-53 in this one. What do you make of this one, Jodes?
Yeah, much better performance from the Magic. Probably a little bit disappointing from the Stars, to be honest, but Magic really learnt from their mistakes yesterday. They made a change in that shooting circle. Kelsey McPhee started, and she was just amazing right from the beginning. Her ability to turn and shoot, I asked her after the game, where does she like to shoot from? She said anywhere, and she also said it's because she's lazy and doesn't want to pass it out, so I actually really love her.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just that ability, 92%. The volume for me was impressive as well, so to shoot that shooting percentage, but the amount of ball that she put in, her availability was excellent today.
Yeah, Kelsey McPhee was great with that one. Good performance from the Magic, and then the Magpies, our friends from Australia. They were in the semi-final of the Aussie comp as well this year, and with their big stars, they really put on one against the Tactics, didn't they? 51-38, they went up in this one.
Yeah, they were impressive, haven't they? And they've been impressive for the last 2 days and showing their quality. Player we didn't see yesterday, but we saw today, was player of the match, Nat Medhurst, and she's played pretty much the whole game at goal attack. She was 100% right up until the second half, which was fantastic for me, but the way that she controls that attacking end, she's able to pass the ball in and out to Shimona Nelson, some pre-planned passes already, which was fantastic, and just being able to deliver the ball and shoot in there, and just that experience and leadership.
I loved it when you got interviewed afterwards and you said, or they said, what is the thing that you're learning most? And she goes, how old I am. I was 18 when some of these players were born. That's amazing.
Yeah, she is amazing to be able to still play at that age.
Wrapping up, you had your ANZ Premiership champions after a loss against the Mystics in day number 1. They took on the Wasps, your friend from the Northern Hemisphere, and they got a good win, really good win. 56-39 on this one, and Jodes, I was impressed with our champs.
Yeah, they were. They took no prisoners, and I would hate to be the Wasps, to be honest, coming after a Pulse loss yesterday. And they were really dominant. Defence, we know, has been their strength. Karen Berger, Katrina Rory, they all obviously really dominant players down there, but it was Karen Berger today who was the MVP. Her ability to get some intercepts, she played at goal defence. She did come off and have a rest. We haven't seen her have a rest, but traditionally she's got some good history here at making player of the match performances. But yeah, really nice to see her in that defensive circle and being able to attack the ball.
Over the last few years, she's probably got about 5 rings, I reckon, from those ones. These are the results once more for day number 2 of Super Club. Steel took on the Mystics. They get the win by 4. 39-53, the Magic get the win over the Stars. Much improved performance from day number 1. And then your Tactics went down to an impressive Collingwood Magpies side who are pushing hard in this tournament. 51-38, they get the win, and 56-39. The champion Pulse return to that form that we know and see. Tomorrow we have 3:30 starting off live and exclusive on Sky Sport 3. Stars taking on Magpies. That's going to be a goodie. Then the Mystics take on the Wasps, another chance for them to get back into the winning circle for our Auckland team. We move into the second half of day number 3, 6:35. We have the Tactics taking on Magic. They'll want to get a win again after today's performance. Probably the biggest one of the night, of the day. Pulse taking on the Steel, the return of the ANZ Premiership final. Really looking forward to this one, Jodes, tomorrow. So there we have it. We summarised that day 1 and day 2 are all done. We move into the great party of day number 3. Jody Brown and myself, it's been an absolute pleasure. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow for Super Club.